who opposes this. Matt, welcome back to the program. Good to see you.
Good to be back on, Stuart.
May I make 3 quick points? If there is drilling
Certainly
offshore Florida, it won't be in state waters, it'll be over the horizon. Number 2, Norway has been doing this offshore drilling for generations, and the fjords are still pristine. Number 3, if Florida allows this, you'll get billions of dollars in revenue going to that state. Why do you oppose it?
I'll grant all 3 of those arguments and counter with this. In the Gulf of Mexico today, we have the premier testing for missile systems, the very type of missiles that we used in Syria and that we may have to use in an air-to-air scenario with a near-peer adversary. If we were to close off the Gulf of Mexico from the military mission, which General Goldfein, the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, has said is totally incompatible with drilling, then we would limit our capabilities in foreign policy and military policy, and the premier area where we test munitions would be shut down, devastating to our nation's interests. That's why I'm relatively certain we'll be able to convince President Trump to keep drilling off of Florida's waters and out of the eastern Gulf.
Is that your main reason? Because I'd not heard that before, Matt. Honestly, I thought it was because of the danger of spills of oil on the beaches of beautiful Florida. But it's a military thing to you.
It is. Plenty of people make the environmental and tourism argument. I think those arguments have some credibility, but to me, the most important thing is our nation's defenses, and there is not another place on the planet Earth where we're launching things over water and landing them on land. The largest Air Force base in the world is Eglin Air Force Base. It's in my district, and it is a critical area for this type of testing and munitions. And so in Florida today, we've been able to achieve the great balance of prosperity with a military mission that contributes 10% of the entire GDP to the state of Florida, and then obviously we've got the environmental impacts of it that are very favorable to our state. But most importantly, we've got to ensure that we don't surrender capabilities that we could never get back, essential to our military mission.
Well, Matt, that was an original point, and we'd not known about that before, and we thank you very much for bringing that up, because that's interesting. I have to ask you about the Justice Department investigation into